Hey, what's up, guys? It's Clint. I'm back with another episode of Versus. What an exciting show tonight. Before I get into it, guys, hit the subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, tell YouTube or Facebook or Twitch that you like us by doing that. It helps us out. Tonight, we got Everything Everywhere All at Once versus I Heart Huckabees. Two crazy movies. And before we talk about them, I'm going to need to get my friend in here. Curtis, how you doing, man?
Hey,
Curtis in
what's
the house.
up?
What is up?
I'm doing well. These are two very freaking good movies this week. Man, these are good movies.
Like real good. Boom, I needed to get the disco ball back in the house.
That's right.
Yeah, super good, man. Like, I like movies that get you thinking and get you examining your own life after you watch it, you know what I mean? And it's like sometimes you get stuff that's just entertainment, but sometimes you watch something that makes you like appreciate your family or just think about just life. And I love that. I love when I see something. You know, home's one thing. If I see something and on the walk back to take a leak after the movie, and then on the walk back to my car, I'm like just pondering the universe. Like there's nothing better.
Yeah.
And let's see here. Well, but before we get started, man, let's get into the chat. Say hello to the chat. We got some chat.
All right. We
got to say
people
hello.
in the
We
chat.
always got good people in here. Who do we got? We got Chris Klink in the house. Chris Klink, I haven't seen either of these, so I might vote for Predator occasionally, but I'm stoked to learn about some movies to watch. Dude, you really...
Two good ones, yeah.
Yeah, you really got to check this out. Man, it's really good. Mel is in it. My own life makes me think about my life.
That's the point. That's existentialism.
Exactly. In both of these movies, I'd heard of I Heart Huckabees, but I'd never seen that movie. That was one that slipped through the cracks for me. And it was Curtis's idea to watch this. We were going to watch Everything Everywhere All at Once versus Doctor Strange, the Multiverse of Madness, but they're two different kinds of movies. Yes, they're multiverse movies, but I'm glad that you had me watch this movie. That's one thing I'm learning from this little experiment that we call Versus that we're doing. You and I kind of sometimes we love the same movies, but sometimes we have different tastes where you've seen a lot of things that I haven't watched and whatnot. And like, I think it's cool because I've been forced to do my homework and watch movies that I would have never watched on my own and walk away from it being like, wow, I can't believe I went this long without seeing that. You know what I mean? And it was cool.
Well, and that's the thing too. Like, I mean, I Heart Huckabees had been on my list for a while, and I hadn't couldn't think of anything to pair it with. Like, it's just such a weird out there movie. I was like, what can we put it against? And then right after you saw Everything Everywhere, you were like, this is such a great movie. And I'd heard that, again and again. And once I knew it was out, I was going to check it out. And I just loved it. And that's the first movie that came to my mind. And I was like, maybe we can finally pair it against this, because it's just a good fit.
Yeah, it really was. Sarah Huckabee Sanders ruined the world. Huckabee for me.
Fair enough.
But
don't put that against the movie though. That's just like their general. It's the name for their stores. It's Huckabees is streaming on HBO Max. If you've got HBO Max, definitely check it out. It's been one of my favorite spots, and it was very much an under the radar movie. But it's starting to kind of get cult classic.
Everything Everywhere All at Once is I think it's $5.99 or $4.99 on streaming on Amazon, I believe.
It was very punny.
Yes, you were very punny. Well done.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Well, the first movie again, I Heart Huckabees versus Everything Everywhere All at Once. I'm gonna do the I'm going to do the synopsis here. We got a fantastic cast on this movie. Fantastic. It's really good. Let's see. All right. Environmentalist Albert, who's played by Jason Schwartzman, enlists the services of existential detectives Bernard, who's played by Dustin Hoffman, and Vivian, played by Lily Tomlin, excuse me, to solve the meaning of a succession of strange coincidences. The investigators include that of backstabbing Brad, who's Jude Law. Excuse me, conclude that backstabbing Brad, played by Jude Law, a public relations manager at big box retailer Huckabees, is the root of Albert's angst. Brad tries to turn the tables, however, by hiring a philosophic duo for his own nefarious purposes, which just sounds like a convoluted mess. And the movie really is. It's just a crazy, weird, convoluted mess. But it was great. Gosh, we got Naomi Watts, Jason Schwartzman, Dustin Hoffman, Mark Wahlberg, Lily Tomlin, Jude Law, Isabel Hubert, Jonah Hill. It's just a great cast. Isla Fisher, who's fantastic. Mary DeBorat, very nice. Yeah, it's a great cast all the way through, and you could read all the way down to the bottom of the cast page. It's all good people. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, another fantastic movie. Let's see here. When an interdimensional rupture unravels reality, an unlikely hero must channel her newfound powers to fight bizarre and bewildering dangers from the multiverse as fate of the world hangs in the balance. Yeah, wow.
That's a much better synopsis for the film than Huckabees was.
Yeah, and it's this movie was $93 million is what this movie's made. It's director Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert. This is an A24 movie. A24's been cranking out some good movies.
Mm-hmm.
Doing really good. You got Michelle Yeoh, Jamie Lee Curtis, James Hong, Jenny Slate. We got Short Round is in it. Stephanie Hsu, and a whole bunch of other names. But I mean, that's the main cast, is the main folks. Let's see here. So that's the synopsis. Overall, I mean, which you enjoyed these movies, Curtis? Both of them?
Yeah, I enjoy the hell out of them. They both get you thinking, like you were saying. Like these aren't. Well, first of all, I want to say, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once was. It might be the best movie I've seen this year. I mean, like it was just so. I didn't know what everybody had said it was good. I didn't know what to expect, but it was just good, and the idea was good. It was weird. It's out of the box. Like it's something that theaters kind of need. Something like this, is something theaters need. Something new, and and it just, I don't know. It really got me. It was just a very good movie, and it made me think of Huckabees, which again, Huckabees was very much under the radar, and it's starting to get more traction as it's been out for a good while. But they kind of talk about a lot of the same things, and they really make you they do make you think about life. They make you think about friends, family, your existence. They're existential movies. I don't know. I mean, it was just such a fun time watching these two back to back. Just watching them, period. These are just two damn good movies, and they're two good thinking movies. So, yeah, I'm recommending both. Whoever wins, I'm recommending the hell out of both of them.
Yeah.
I mean, they're both spectacular films.
Well, let's jump into it, man. We'll jump into it. You know how it goes. Here's the point screen. Each side starts with 1 point. Why? Because it's easier for me to control the game. So the first question.
Quit saying that. They get a point for being on the show. Quit saying that.
Yeah, just for showing up, they get a point. Which movie had a better story, do you think? Better story,
Mm.
dude. You go first.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I might want you to go first. I don't know because everything was much a grander story. While Huckabees was much more street level or focused story for the individual. Um, hmm, uh, I don't know. What do you think?
It's tough, man. I mean, you got one guy. It's a weird story. I Heart Huckabees is like you get a couple of stories going on with Mark Wahlberg and his situation, and then you have the Naomi Watts Jude Law marriage situation. It's a whole nother situation. You have Jason Schwartzman is another situation. He's trying to figure out why he keeps running into this African guy, and like that's not me trying to be PC. He's like from Africa.
From Africa.
Like trying to run, he keeps running into this African guy. No, and he doesn't know. He's like, I don't know. I keep running into this guy, and it's a weird story. And you're like, and then I got this business card that was an existential detective, and is that what it was? And he was like, was like, that's weird. I wonder what that is. I'm gonna go investigate this, and like it's just a weird story. And then so they're like, oh, tell me more, And you got Lily Tomlin and Dustin Hoffman, who are fantastic, trying to investigate. Next thing you know, you got these people following these people around, which is just weird. And the whole time I'm like, what the hell is going on in this fucking movie? I'm like, what is happening? Like, this is super weird. I liked Mark Wahlberg's character a lot. He's like he's so weird, that his wife left him and he's just trying to understand life. And it's just strange. And man, I love Naomi Watts. I always have. I
mean, gosh, she's just so great.
Yeah, and like
let's have a moment for Naomi Watts.
I love Carmen Electra. She's just so great. Isla Fisher is she's just so great too. No, like it's weird, like that whole movie. It's like it's a strange movie to where I'm almost waiting for them to get to the point of what the movie is the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know I don't know that they ever got to the point. I don't know if I ever figured out the point of that movie. Really,
the point is there's not a point. I think, but it's what's interesting about both these movies. I would say Huckabee's a little bit more, but both of these movies is that the more convoluted they get, the easier they get to understand. And then, like, especially on the first watch through, because I watched Everything Everywhere All at Once twice within this week. I don't know. I still don't know if you get it, but I've seen Huckabee several times, and but that's the thing is that they get more convoluted. But the more convoluted they get, you're like, okay, so I'm getting it more now. I'm getting it more now. And by the end, you're like, I don't know if I get it. I got more than I did at the beginning, but I don't know if I get it yet. And then you watch it. They're definitely movies that deserve a rewatch.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, I got the point of Everything Everywhere All at Once. I got the point of that. It's like sometimes you hate your family, or sometimes you love your family, but for some reason you're stuck with them and you love them and for their flaws and their shortcomings. It also kind of says that, you know what, like, don't give up on your family, and all this stuff is petty in reality. Like, life's short, and like all these little things that we want to get caught up in or bent out of shape over are really stupid in the grand scheme of things. And that's kind of what I got out of the movie. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you got a daughter who's like scared to or like that wants to be appreciated and recognized for who she is, and is all emotionally shaken up by that, and figuring out her own identity. And then you got like the mom who had a difficult relationship with her dad, and then like it all kind of interconnects, and to where she's like, you know what, my problems with my parents are kind of washing down onto you, the way our relationship is, and it doesn't matter ultimately, like, we just need to be cool with each other and communicate, and like, and that's the deal with a lot of things, you know what I mean? Like, parents, it's weird. I was talking about family, how it's funny that I could sit here with you and like you could say something, and my sister, who I love dearly, could say the same thing, and it might hit a nerve that is like 35 years old, that there is some kind of emotional thing from when I was 13 attached to it that could send me or her off the handle, like,
Right.
because there's weird emotional baggage when you're tied to family. And it's like, and you might blow up, and it's not even over the sentence that you just said. It's something else that it reminds you of something else, and it triggers something, and boom, and you have this weird response. And like, family can do that. Personal relationships, you can ignore, well, it's a friend, or it's like, or it's somebody, you could just write them off. But the thing, I think, is that you're attached to your family, so you can't just tell them to piss off well, you can, but I mean, like, I don't know, it's weird that family can pull such emotional responses, but it's strange. And so this girl is dealing with that in this movie, and it's like, you know what, they have to learn to overcome that stuff, and that's kind of what the mom, I think, realizes overall. It's like, what's the most important thing in that movie. So anyway.
Well, and they like, and that's the thing that's too, is that, I mean, they discuss how insignificant human life is repeatedly in both the movies, but more to a further degree in Everything Everywhere All at Once. But that's the thing, is that too, that the more insignificant our existence gets as a uh, people, as a as humanity and stuff, the more our interconnections, the small things with the ones we love becomes important. In the grand scheme of things, it's like it's even, our existence is less significant than stepping on an ant. But like, to one another, there's high significance there. There's high, you know stakes about losing someone that you care about. Let's be honest, with people in real life for the rest of your life. You might not ever see them again. They might not want to. And so that's the thing, is that it balances the insignificance of man with the significance of humans, humanity, peopleity, whatever, with the significance of those that you care about. I mean, there are billions of people on this planet, but the amount that you actually truly care about and want to care about you and want to respect you and that you respect, and so on and so forth, is I mean, hopefully more than a handful, but for a lot of people, it's about maybe less than 10, that, like, I really care what this person thinks about me. I mean, I don't care what, not to be political, but Joe Biden thinks about me, or Donald Trump, or whoever. Like, I don't, like, they don't figure into my life. But I don't want to purposely piss off Clint. I don't want to purposely piss off all of you beautiful people in the chat. Like, that's the things that it brings the level of significance to the forehold when we are at, by definition, insignificant. It's kind of beautiful.
It is, but this is a tough one. So let's get back to the question: which
Yeah.
which of which one was the best story?
Okay,
so
I'll make a leap. Go ahead. No. You. No.
I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say. Both really good. I'm gonna say Everything Everywhere All at Once,
Yeah.
just because there's just something about the mom not wanting to give up, and like I just appreciated the sentiment and the whole thing. Like the end, it gets the crazier and more nutso it gets, the more emotional it gets too. It's
Yeah.
weird. It's weird. It was really well done. So I'm gonna pick Everything Everywhere All at Once.
I'm gonna agree with you because for everything that you just said, but also like it just and maybe because it's newer, but it hit hard. Like this was a good movie. Like even watching it, and like before you're even done with the movie, I'm just watching it. I'm like, this is a good movie. Like this is you're invest, and it gets like it gets crazy, it gets bonkers, it gets like, but they still pull it off. And to go that far down the rabbit hole and still pull it off, this is a very good film, story wise, and it does all tie together. There's no, I mean, I'm sure there's some, somebody's gonna be like, yeah, there's plenty of baggage, but it's not like there's like a lot of just baggage kicking around. Like, why didn't they do this? What happened? But
Well,
it makes sense, and
there's also like relatable like life problems and things that are in this thing. It's like a
oh, throughout, yeah,
family with relationships with the kids and the parents, relationships with the grandparents and the parents and the kids, and then being like business owners that are being audited by the IRS, then also like wanting like considering divorce, and like it's just like a heavy situation in the beginning where you're like, wow, and before it gets fun, it's like, dude, this is stressing me out almost. You know what I mean? There's a lot of heavy shit going on, and then it
mm-hmm.
gets crazy. Um, so so like when it climaxes and the family is coming together and it's like it's a feel good thing because it's conquering. It's not just conquering the weird multiverse situation.
Yeah,
It's conquering life and kind of giving a making a statement about life in general, of how we got to hang in there and stick together and work through these problems, and instead of just saying, oh well, yeah, we haven't been talking very much,
no.
I think we should split up, or hey, we should give up, or hey, we should just be mad at each other and I'm not going to talk to you because you think this. Like instead they like figure out how to work through some of these problems, and when push comes to shove, you end up sticking together and looking out for. It's funny, this is a story, but it's like when things get crazy, then people start coming together. It's like, but it's funny that humans can't do that sometimes. Like if it's just normal,
Without a common enemy.
we're in a weird patch right now. We haven't been talking that much. I guess we're both working too much or whatever it is. It's like people can get into weird funks, and like
Not even get into, purposefully look for. Like that's the thing.
sometimes
Purposefully look for
sometimes
reasons.
people start picking on each other and all kinds of weird shit. There's like life is weird, but it's funny. Like when you bring an outside force into the equation, all of a sudden it's like a weird thing. Then they come together. It's almost like you might pick on your little brother, but if anybody else did, you beat their ass. You know what I
That's
mean? Like
right.
it's
That's
almost a
right. Yeah.
situation like that. But anyway, all right, let's man, I don't have a little
And,
brother, so
I'm the oldest of six, so yeah, that's absolutely true. Yeah, I probably did a lot of my picking. I'm sorry for all of my younger siblings out there, but yeah, if anybody else messed with them, it was hurt 30. Uh,
all right, so we got
uh,
I'm
one for
gonna put the points up for that. Hurt 30. That's funny.
Mel says, "I told my dad to fuck off. Trust me, he deserved it." I believe you, Mel. And that's the thing. Family is a very fluid term, at least with me. There are plenty of people with my blood who I have. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but you have to distance yourself from. And there are plenty of people who aren't my blood, who are friends who have become family. Like I said, to me, if they can call you at 3 a.m. and be like, "Hey, man, my sister broke down, you know, 20 miles out of town. Can you go help her out?" Like, I don't know your sister, blah 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 blah. But you'll be like, "All right, let me go." That's family. Like that's something that's real. Like you're not going to do that for people. Like, or you're not even going to answer the phone. Nowadays. But uh, and then there are people that have your blood running, same blood running through their veins, and it's like I'm just not going to talk. Every instance I talk to you is bad news. I'm not going to do it. I'm like it, it's not going against what the movies are saying, because the movies, like, there is a significance bond there, like, within these people, and some people are just out to use you. I'm not trying to say anything about your life, but I'm, I understand exactly what you're saying there, Mel.
Well, let's move on to the next one. Boom. Who had the best cast?
Round. This is easy. It was Huckabees.
It's pretty. I mean, I don't care if you got Michelle Yeoh, Short Round from Indiana Jones, dude. He counts like for 3 actors. Dr. Jones.
Well, we'll talk about that when we talk about characters. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, but
you got James Hong. Isn't he the one who from Big Trouble in Little China?
yeah, he's been in a lot of stuff. So, like, he gets big credits for that guy.
Yeah. Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, damn shit. Yeah.
She's awesome too. But you can't F with Jason Schwartzman, Dustin Hoffman, Mark Wahlberg, Lily Tomlin, Jude Law, Isabella, Naomi Watts, Jonah Hill. That's a lot of people. Isla Fisher.
What's his name?
Bob Gunton,
Kevin Dunn.
Gene Smart.
Robert. What's his name? But I mean, like, it's just, and a lot of these aren't but besides, that's a huge cast right there where you're like, I know those people. But a lot of these people too, like, are I don't know about character actors. I'm still confused by that term a little bit. But, like, you'll be like, that guy's in everything. Like, it's just like, it's a star-studded movie, very much so.
You're confused by character actors?
Like, what does the term mean? Like, I mean, does it mean they always play the same character?
No, it's somebody that you don't usually see him as a lead. He plays a character. Like Ned Beatty, he tends to be like the side guy. And in different characters though, like a perfect example is a guy who is in Office Space who plays Milton, who's going to burn down the building. That guy, you see him in a million different things. He's always playing a different character. Gary Oldman is another example. He plays lead sometimes, but he's a character actor. Like, you never know if he's going to have a British accent or if he's going to be from Boston or what the hell,
then this thing is full of character actors. Then then you'll see him, be like, okay, I know that person. I know that person. Like, this cast is just chock full.
They need some random person to show up and play somewhat weird character. That's a character actor that does that. Who's kind of a chameleon of an actor. Goes in. And
I was thinking of it in the opposite terms. Like, they always play the same character.
No.
Because I'd see people described as character actors. I was like, that's not true. Like, Steve Buscemi, obviously has. Like, they're saying they would call him a character actor. I'm like, he just always play the same character, like.
No, if they're like, okay, we need a hitman, or like, hey, we need a sports fan, or hey, we need a headbanger, or whatever, somebody, a chameleon guy. So it's
okay. So this is Huckabees all the way.
there's we in fact spent a long time talking about the other stuff, so we'll just go straight to the point on that, because it doesn't even require a debate. There's no selling this one.
Mm-hmm. Easy money.
Yeah, let's see here. Boom. Come on, man. There we go. I don't know why this is over there. I have like 3 monitors, and for some reason, there we go.
They all have BBC on them?
No, all the stuff that's usually up here got moved to over here. It's they swapped. It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's weird. It's not as weird as a wipe swap, but a monitor swap's still kind of weird. Let's see here. Says the unmarried guy. Let's see here. All right, how about this one? Which one is a better looking film? This is a no-brainer too.
I think so too.
And it's not. It may not even be fair, but also it's not fair to throw that many amazing amazing actors into a cast and then go up in a cast battle. Like, yeah, that's not fair either. So,
But yeah, but with I'm going to say everything. Um, besides the fact that it is, you're right to a degree. It's not fair. However, um, one of the things about the trivia,
oh yeah,
besides the fact that it is very, very visually amazing. Um,
which one? For what?
everywhere, everything, everywhere, all at once, is visually amazing. I mean, it's just a beautiful film. It's just and visually, like if you're reading this, or listening to an audiobook, it would not be as impressive. However, it says here, all of the visual effects for this film were done by 9 people, including the 2 directors.
Wow.
The majority of the shots were done by a core group of 5 people, and none of the VFX team went to school for visual effects. They were all
Wow.
friends that taught themselves tutorials online for free, and they did the majority of it during the pandemic at home. So, uh, Huckabees is very neat. It does a lot of visual things that work really well for the film. This is a good bit later, but it's so much more dynamic. And looking at stuff like that it was basically about 5 people that didn't take any visual effects course, and they did it at home during the pandemic. Like that
Wow.
gives it weight, and I just it's an amazing looking film. Like you could just put it on mute, honestly, and it would just your eyes would be drawn to it.
Yeah, it's all. I mean, they spent 90 million. No, that's the box. I want to know what the budget for this is.
Let's see.
I want to know what the budget for this. You're right. It is like it's crazy. And granted, it's not a whole bunch of like CGI like
Right. It's not.
drawn background. It's like real environments, but there's cool stuff happening within.
The budget was $25 million.
And it's amazing. The cinematography, the capturing of emotion, the shots, just everything. It was fantastic. That's really impressive that they did that. That's half.
It really
that's
is.
half the budget of the Munsters movie.
And yeah, right. I Heart Huckabees now was a good 2004. Well, close to 20 years. Let's say 15 years earlier, but was 22 million.
That's what they made, or that's what it cost?
That was the budget. So it cost about the same in non-inflationary dollars. Blah blah blah. But technology has progressed. It looks so much better, but still, I just, there are spaces within Art Huckabees where it's not visually appealing. There are very few spaces in everything where it's not visually appealing. Like I said, you could put it on mute, and most of the movie you could just sit there and look at. It's like Pickle Rick. It's like Pickle Rick of movies. You just have to look at it.
It is. You're right. There's parts of there's parts of I Heart Huckabees that are just like are about as visually stimulating as Office Space. You know what I mean? Like it's just
for sure.
just an environment. It's just an office and an actor. Yeah. Every now and then they had a little graphic thing which
was really cool, but a lot of that was dialogue driven as well, right? Like if you weren't listening to dialogue, you'd be like, okay, that's kind of neat. But whereas everything is just like
the whole thing
visually. I mean, a lot of it's subtitles too. You can get rid of subtitles as well and still be just as good. But it's just so visual.
It's awesome. Right from the part where they're like, whoa. And a lot of it is the acting too. There's like, like super. I don't know if they did a thing where they shot it in a whole bunch of frames per second, and then
they did,
and then they played it to where it looks fast and crazy looking. You know what I mean? Where it feels fast. Like you can do that where you cut out frames and it feels faster.
Yeah, they shot it at a faster rate so that whenever they played it at regular speed, it would look faster. Or I don't. I'm not a
It
film
just
guy. I
looks
don't know how it works.
jerky and
But
stuff. It looks
yeah.
it's wild. Yeah, really cool. And the fighting and stuff like that is really fun too. It's just action packed. They did a great job.
Yeah,
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 let's get. Oh, we'll get to that. All right. So did we do the points? I don't remember. It was the
Yep,
best
2-2.
two. Well, we're on. This is the we got the best story. We got the best cast.
Story.
Which
Yes.
one's a
Okay. So, oh no, 3.
better
Yeah.
looking
Okay.
film?
Yep.
Which we're talking
Pearl
about
thing.
cinematographer and all that stuff. Everything. Bam. All right. Which brings us to the next thing. Who had the best music? Boom.
I don't remember the music and everything. Maybe because it was so visual. I don't remember the music and everything that much. I do remember the music from Huckabees, and it was very quirky. You know, that quirky kind of, you know, like, and it was but it was very tonal, and it did work well with the film. So I'm gonna go Huckabees. I don't, and you might remind me of some stuff and everything. But
I don't remember the music, so I'm gonna trust your judgment and go Huckabees on this one too.
yeah, I mean, maybe, but yeah,
I don't
Huckabees, it
remember.
definitely fit the film more.
Sometimes I notice the music. It's like, oh wow, this is cool music. Like, for instance, man, I watched Beetlejuice again the other day.
Uh-huh.
I hadn't seen it in a while, and I was like, wow, I forgot how amazing that soundtrack is. It's like the score of that is like, what's it, Danny Elfman?
Danny Elfman,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
That was his
so
first
good.
one, too.
Yeah, it's so good. It's like it like
It's so
completely
good.
makes that movie. I was like, golly, it's amazing how much that makes a difference. Even watching, like, when we watched E.T. a while back,
Mhm.
I noticed that I was like, man, I hadn't seen this movie since I was a kid. Since I was a kid, probably 10 years old, and I was blown away. Like, the music really makes this experience, you know.
Well, off topic, but we didn't get a chance to talk about it in the news. One thing I did want to say about the new Resident Evil series, besides
Mm-hmm.
the fact that I really enjoyed it,
We didn't
is to
talk
me
about
the
that, did
music.
we? Did I skip
Now
Resident Evil?
but we were running lean. I mean, we didn't have time. Uh, and but it's really good. But the music to me is really good with the series. Like, it's not necessarily like stuff. It's a lot of current music and stuff like that. And that's nothing that I'm gonna go out and buy the album for or stuff. I don't even know if people do that nowadays. But like, go out and,
Just Chris Klink.
but it fits so well with a lot of the scenes that it really carries the story along. And that's like, I think in some movies and a lot of movies, like, the music could just carry the story, period. I really want to see a movie where the music does that, just carries the movie without little to no dialogue. And within certain scenes, I think Resident Evil does that very well on the Netflix series.
Cool. I'll have to check that out. Well, I mean, I've been watching it, but I need to pay attention to that. Sometimes I
Yeah.
get in there and I watch a lot of streaming, like, shows like that where I'm not sure if I'm in yet or not. You know, like
Yeah. Oh,
Marvel
yeah.
show, I'm like, I got to pay attention. This, I was like, let's see if it's any good. Next thing you know, I like, instead of falling asleep to it, I ended up watching 3 episodes. You know, it
Yeah.
was really good.
Yeah. And then oh man, it pays off so well. I watched the whole thing. It got to a certain point and I couldn't stop, so I watched the whole thing. I'm not going to spoil it or anything, but it hits so hard, pretty quick.
Dude, I read an article this week that said, original music, like new music, sales have gone down like 25% because Chris Klink didn't buy any records, and it was like because Chris Klink didn't buy any records, that the
It makes sense.
music
Yeah.
industry is
Yeah.
like just headed down the drain. So tanking, like,
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
huge percentage of the sales normally.
Here's something that I always thought of while we're on the subject. Okay, if you went to somebody's house, okay, you're a single man, you go to a girl's house, and you have this date with this girl, and just it's perfect and everything. Like, is that a koozie?
It is an R2 koozie. Check it out.
That's fucking awesome. God damn, that's awesome. So you go on a date with a girl, right? And she's, man, this girl's so sweet and so nice and everything like that. And she's like, you want to come home? And you're like, no funny business, but you want to go hang out at my place a little bit? And you're like, okay, And you get there, and she goes and does something, I don't know. And you're looking at her CDs. Like, let's imagine this is a world where she still has her CDs in a case, And
I'm looking in her iPhone, like,
like maybe she's like, you want to put some music on, and she puts it on iTunes on her TV, and you look at her selection, or however it works nowadays. I don't know, but it's all soundtracks. Like, it's not weird, but that's fucking weird, right? No individual albums, nothing but soundtracks. It's like, it's not weird, but it's weird enough to where I'd be like, I kind of feel like I don't know, like, that'd be weird to me, like, nothing but soundtracks. Wouldn't that be weird?
If it was all soundtracks, like, it depends. Like, is it like
all?
Now, is it like Rent and like different like
Whatever
musicals, or like
whatever it is? It's
like
only soundtracks.
If it's like the Cocktail original motion picture soundtrack,
yeah,
for goodness sake, that'd be good. The hippie
but
shake.
No,
I'm in.
no, like not even like AC/DC greatest hits, or not even like a greatest hits. Just all soundtracks. Wouldn't that be fucking weird?
La Bamba original motion picture soundtrack.
Would it be weird? Like,
it would be weird.
But it shouldn't be, right? Like,
I was talking to Charlie, who was on Everything Entertainment News, Everything Everywhere All at Once News the other day. That he was saying that he listens to Django Unchained soundtrack all the time. It's one of his favorite movies ever. It is his favorite. He did a video on it. You should check it out on the Now and Then podcast channel. But but I was thinking, I was like, that's weird. That, like, Tarantino does have some really cool music in his movies, but it's never occurred to me to go listen to the Grindhouse soundtrack, or to go listen to any of his soundtracks as far as just music listening. Like, I know in the 90s we liked the what is it, Natural Born Killers soundtrack and stuff like that, but I don't know, it's weird.
The Spawn soundtrack was a good one. Like, I remember that one. But I would listen to the Fight Club soundtrack, and one Fight Club soundtrack, and the Conan the Barbarian soundtrack is just fucking amazing. And it's just the music from the movie. It's so, like, I work out of that shit, boy.
While you're working out, does like you're,
yeah, dude, that'll get you.
Do you hear "Crucify Him"? Bump, 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 bump. Working out. Do you ever work out to Mission Impossible soundtrack? Bump, 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 bump. And you have a poster of Tom Cruise on your wall, with shirtless, as in Jack Reacher form. And you're like,
and he looks like he's melting.
Boom, boom. No, what? Come on, man. That would be weird.
So
to answer your question,
soundtracks are fine, but only soundtracks.
That's just weird.
Quick says he has 1,550 records. Maybe 30 tops are soundtracks. So if they only 1,550 soundtracks,
that's
like, would that be like, I have to go?
Is it all classical music, or is it like,
doesn't matter, whatever? But
I mean,
no band preference, no, like, it shouldn't be weird, but it's weird.
It's a little weird.
All right, it's like that. What does that mean? She's a 10, but she's only got soundtracks in her list or whatever.
Yeah, it could be weird. All right,
I feel like I'm gonna get murdered. I don't know. I kind of feel
you might.
I might get murdered.
Yeah, the Young Guns soundtrack. I'm wanted.
Wanted.
Dead or die. All right.
And then that one scene with Bon Jovi coming out. Okay.
All right. Moving on.
Back on the rails. Back on the
So,
rails.
which movie has better acting? Man, this is tough because we got some
This
tour
is
de
really
force
tough.
actors on I Heart Huckabees, but they're also being kind of campy on purpose. So it's like,
But,
you know,
I mean, yeah.
you want to go to battle against Dustin Hoffman and Naomi Watts? You know what I mean? Like, there's just two, like, or who else is on that soundtrack? I mean, on this, God damn it, on that. Jude Law is an excellent actor.
Jude Law, Lily Tomlin.
Everybody on that cast is fantastic. So you want to go to battle against them? But also Michelle Yeoh, dude, she should win an award for that movie. She was like so good, like so good.
And honestly, like, man, like literally before I watched this movie, I was like, you know, the Oscars never do what I think, but I was like, okay, the Elvis kid, what's his name?
Butler,
I was like,
Austin Butler.
Austin Butler. I was like, Austin Butler, best actor. I was like, man, all the way. I watched this fucking movie and I was thinking like, Short Round might be should be up there, man.
Yeah,
like he played 3 to 4 different characters, and hadn't acted in 20 years, and was just fucking awesome. I mean, like he was 3 to 4 different people, completely different people. Like you follow Michelle, yeah. So it's so like she did, she carried the movie more, but like he like was significantly different people. Like she was Evelyn the whole time, the same Evelyn the whole time, but he was. I mean, I was amazed. I was like, he did so fucking well. I was like, man, I texted to you like he deserves a fucking Oscar, like so.
It evoked emotion, like the performances, to where weird things, just like him flipping the piece of paper around and seeing that she saw the divorce thing, or just the reactions to stuff like that. It was like, wow.
And when he's like, dude, when in the universe where they don't get together, and when he's like, don't give me hope, he's like, or he says, think about your actions, or whatever he says. He's like, don't give me hope, like unless you mean it, And it's like you've had girls play with your heart before, It's like don't just don't do that. You want them to. You're like, please keep playing with my heart, please keep, But then you're like, your brain's like, just don't do that. Like you're just gonna hurt me again. Like, and he just sold it so well, and I just so there was a spectacular cast in Huckabees. There was great acting all around by the people in Huckabees. But I don't know, like the few that were in, few major characters that were in everything did such a good job, and even Stephanie Shu, the Joy Tupaki. Like, so here's the thing too. Like, so one of the trivia things is that was originally planned to be Aquafina, and could you imagine Aquafina pulling that off? Like, it would have probably been fine, but it would have been. Could you?
I don't think she's got the emotional toolbox. I think she's too much of a ham. Like, she's funny and she's good, but she's more of a ham. I don't want to say one trick pony, because I don't want to I don't want to put boundaries on her abilities or anything. But like, I've never seen
our perception. Of her right now is that
I think she's cool, and I've seen her, and she has this persona, and it's fun and carefree and kind of like almost too cool for school a bit, and I like what she does, but the amount of emotion and this girl is confused to the point of doing harm to people that she's lashing out. She's lashing out against her loved ones because she's in a fucked up place. And it's a very difficult, it's a very complex character to pull off, and she nailed it.
And that's just the when she kind of does the you know, because she's like a teenager, and it's just like teenagers are just like, whatever. Like she does this face, you know, where she just kind of like tilts her head and goes blank, and it's like that's what teenagers do, you know. They're just like, like I'm not like they just quit listening, whatever. Like, like I don't know. I mean,
I'm glad they didn't get Aquafina in that. I like her,
yeah,
but
me
no,
too.
this
Me
this
too.
movie it was so good. Let me ask you this, man.
Part okay.
Were you because there was so much buzz about this movie? Like I kind of do a thing sometimes to where I'm almost resistant to
Oh
watch
yeah.
something
Oh, totally.
because I'm like, I don't know, this thing doesn't look like something I would normally watch, and then I hear a whole bunch of people and I'm like, I'm not gonna watch this. It's like you gotta almost twist my arm, to
Right.
get me into. Were you like that, or were you?
For sure.
Or
I was absolutely so. I am very much like that. Like if the hype builds, like I usually watch it like 5 years later. Like whenever there's super hype on something, because I'm like whatever, blah blah, and like you can't. It'll never live up to the hype to a degree. So you kind of got to get away from that. But honestly, like and knowing Clint, and we all know Clint as Clint likes everything. But the way he described it, the way he portrayed it, it wasn't Clint likes everything. He was just like, this is a genuinely good fucking
who, me?
movie. This is like, yeah, you. No, the other Clint likes everything.
Were you talking to me
No, well, I'm talking to the
okay,
audience.
talking to
Like,
the audience? Okay.
y'all, they know Clint likes everything, and and I do too. But I also know like you were like, it wasn't just a Clint likes everything. Like, yeah, this was a good movie. It wasn't at work. Blah blah. It was a like this was genuinely good movie. Like this was like the portrayals in this and blah blah blah. When we're talking about it, and it was like I kind of got to see this movie like that. I mean, last week when it came out on DVD, I was like, I'm gonna buy it. Like it's just you not that you sold me, but like plenty of people said it's fucking amazing. But I could have seen it in theaters as well. But and some people were like, "Oh, this is garbage." I don't know. I don't know what movie they're watching. I don't. I really.
I don't
I.
understand either, dude. Like the
But yeah. I mean, Clint was just so genuine about this movie. He was like, this was a great movie, and it, not that he's not genuine, but he's, he really sold me on it.
they really did a thing where of
Indeed, they did, sir.
no, it's just
Indeed, they
it's
did.
they disguised this movie with using multiverse and kung fu
And
and
superhero, like,
like this whole superhero action kung fu, but then there's like emotion and like meaning, and there's like it's just a heavy movie with
yeah,
layers of other things on top of it, and it's like I'm not always in the mood for a thinker. Like
yeah.
back in the day, we used to go to a place called the Dobie Mall, and there was a theater at the Dobie Mall.
Is it gone? Is it not there
I don't
anymore?
know. I haven't been there in
Oh,
ages, but like that's where you see movies like Amelie. Amelie, that's one I'd like to do on this show is Amelie, and I don't know what we put it up against, but it's just a fantastic,
chocolat.
beau- beautiful movie that's a thinker, and like I'm not always down for that. Sometimes I need to see some like robots beat the hell out of each other, and
Yep.
that's cool. Sometimes I need to see Commando. I just need to see Rambo. You know what I mean? Like I need to see some Boyka. Leg breaking and kicking ass. Like, and sometimes I watch something and I'm like, that was delightful. That was delightful. If I say the word delightful to myself, if I say this movie's cute, like there's something that was a cute movie, dude. It was a cute. Everything Everywhere All at Once was a cute movie.
It really was.
And
Yeah.
heavy and like intense and all these other things. It's weird. Like, sometimes I just want to see. Geez, okay. What's the Jason Statham movie with the Cranked? So Crank. Sometimes I just want to watch somebody,
Right.
kick ass and drink Red Bull. Like I don't know, but this one they pulled a number on me, and all of a sudden I'm like, wow, this I knew it was going to
Wow.
be nutso, but wow, but this is actually like a heavy movie. It's awesome. Anyway, okay. We get it. You
No,
liked it, Clint. We get it.
And no, but that like this doesn't mean like this. That you're like I don't know. It's the way you explained it, like the way you went out. It really sold the movie to me, and like that's the thing at the same time too. Like this is like we're not artsy fartsy types. We just did Real Steel versus Over the Top guys. Like it's
Yeah.
not like that's the thing. Like we are, yeah, we will jump around. Like that's we do want to watch everything. We do want to absorb it. Doesn't mean we want to like everything. Well, besides Clint, but like that. I didn't. You didn't the channel, but uh, it was just so genuine, and he was like, "Man, this is a really good movie," and it just was, and the acting was, I mean, of those core characters, and even the guy from I apologize that I don't know that, yeah, that's artsy film, quite the artsy film. Uh, the I gotta find his name, but the guy from and Jamie Lee Curtis, goddamn. How could like that's what I mean? The acting for Michelle Yao and uh Ki Hugh Kwan,
Short Round.
short round, yeah, like was so good that we haven't even talked about Jamie Lee Curtis.
She was great too.
And but James Hong, that's what I'm saying. Like she was amazing in it. Like but James Hong in it, like by those core characters was so good. It's got this is a long thing about, but it's got to beat Huckabees. I'm sorry, they just did so goddamn well. It was a tour de force.
If we were saying the ability to if you were to take the actor's ability and pour it into shot glasses, in gallon jugs, I think you could get more talent out of the I Heart Huckabees cast because there's more of them who are good actors. But if you take what they used in these movies, you have to
concentrated.
You have to go with Everything Everywhere All at Once.
And now it's making me think, like, is Short Round going to keep acting? He should have been at, like, why hadn't he been acting this whole? Because I mean, like, maybe it took a break to get back to it, but like he just, I mean, like, I'm not kidding. Like he like it's Oscar worthy in my opinion. Like he plays 4 fucking different people, and it's noticeable. You never wonder who he is. Like other people, you kind of wonder, oh, which universe is he? Like to me, it was obvious.
And different characters. One of them, he's trying to look at the bright side and be fun, and he's trying to elevate the family and just be the fun guy and just put sunshine into the world. The other times he's like feeling shock, like and like surprise at like, wait, what? Like, you know what I mean? At the like the state of the relationship. The other time he's serious. The other time there's just
Ninja Warrior.
Yeah,
like
there's
like,
just all these layers. It's great. All right. Well, so
and then he's it just
so
saying the same thing.
So we'll keep going. So let's get the damn point and move on. We're gonna be here till 2 a.m, which I'm okay with because I'm in.
Do it.
I'm gonna be up at 2 a.m. anyway. So what the hell? Let's see here. All right. So this is an interesting question because how do you even define that? Who had better characters?
This is a good one. God, you got to watch these movies, guys. You got to watch these movies, and then maybe rewatch it. You can be like, look at these two idiots, but watch these movies, and this is tough.
Oh boy, better characters. Man. It's
so
really,
in everything you've got.
If anybody is wondering, I had my phone in my hand while I was in bed, and I started falling asleep, and I dropped it on my face, and it kind of put a little scratch on my nose, but didn't really leave a mark. And today I was getting out of the shower. I don't know if I was just drying my face and I ripped a little scab off my nose or whatever, but I'm just like, it looked like Saw in my bathroom. Like all of a sudden I was just gushing out of the top of my nose, like 5 minutes before I was supposed to go, like we were going to do the news thing. Like I'd spent all my day doing the graphics and getting everything ready, and then all of a sudden I'm like, cool, I just gotta take a quick shower, comb my hair real quick, and then I'm like, I look in the mirror, I'm about to comb my hair, and I'm just gushing. I'm like, what the hell happened? Yeah, it looked like Michelle Yeoh had like just punched me in the face. It's weird.
Take it off. Take it off.
Yeah.
Let's see. Take it off. Let's see.
I don't know, man.
Oh God, he's doing it. I can't believe that. Oh damn. Huh?
I think.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Yeah, well,
it's not terrible.
No, it's just a little scratch.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah,
I
but
think
it's there.
I could
yeah.
clean some of that off, and with a rubbing alcohol. I think that's just. We're just gonna put this back on there. Okay. All right. So that was just got weird. So we're talking
real.
We're talking
Battle
about
Scar, baby.
Which one had better characters? I'm gonna go with Huckabees on this one. Even though you said that some people played multiple characters, there's a whole bunch of interesting characters. Even the weird like businessmen and like execs and stuff were like, I'm a businessman. Like it was just like very specific weird characters sprinkled all throughout this movie. So
yeah, Huckabees was very character driven. Like Everything Everywhere All at Once is a spectacular film. And there are essentially 3 to 4 characters. They do play different versions of themselves. However, and they do it very well, but Huckabees, even like, the African guy, and again, he's a guy from Africa, is an essential character, and he's a character. Like every person that you like that you would early in the film you think are like almost maybe extras or like side characters. I mean, well, I guess they are side characters, but are still straight up characters in the film. It has so many more. It's very character driven instead of story driven. Or maybe I don't know, but like, yes, I would go Huckabees as well.
All right, let's give them the point. Huckabees coming back. Coming back.
Ooh, we're tied up. Keeping it close. Keeping it close,
keeping
baby.
It close. All right. Keeping it close. Boom, 4-on-4. Which sounds like a DVD I used to have.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Sort of.
This
is
Will we get in trouble for streaming that?
Yeah, we can't do that.
Yes, thank you, Mel. The particular dark-hued individual who happens to be from the African continent.
Yeah, you don't want to be inappropriate, so you got to make sure. Like no, he was African.
Like if someone who's like the American guy, we'd be like, "Fuck you!"
You're being appropriate. Hey, check this out. Which made you want to take karate lessons more?
Well,
Gee. Well, every time.
What kind of karate lessons are we talking about? Like regular karate lessons, or
what about kung fu lessons?
Like, show me an example of the type of lessons we're talking about.
Like this.
Oh, snap.
Yeah, you didn't know I used to take kung fu. That was just my you got to go breathe, you go but you're not supposed to hit your headphones. And that's how you get ready. And then after that, you're ready. If you do a block, you're like, and then you go, and then you pull, and you can punch the guy in the face. But you can see that. We're having an animated show this week. Yeah, so which movie? The question is, which made you want to take karate lessons more? Oh.
All right. I was dancing around it, but we're going to go Everything everywhere all at once.
Let's.
Um,
What about when Mark Wahlberg distracts those people in the office and he ends up like almost getting into a altercation? I kind of wanted to learn karate after watching Mark Wahlberg.
It just made me think of Van Damme. I'd pull a Van Damme on his ass and like do the splits between Moncala chairs, like, and but I do like how at the end he was like, "I'm sorry, I grabbed you." Like he wasn't a shitty dude. He was like doing it purposefully to distract him. He's like, he looks at her. And he's like, "I'm sorry, I grabbed you. I'm sorry, I grabbed you." Real Mark Wahlberg probably wouldn't do that, but the character did. Yeah, see Mel. Yeah, Mel's asking for it.
I'm not doing the Van Damme splits. I don't care what you say. Bum 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 ba-da-na-na-na. Yeah, so
Fine.
I'm just not doing the Van Damme splits. Sorry.
Okay.
Why don't you do the Van Damme
cry.
splits for a change? Yeah. Why is it always me doing the Van Damme splits? Why do I always have to do the Van Damme splits?
Because I don't control the computer. I can do the Seagal splits. I already showed you the Seagal. You want to do the Seagal splits? I can do Seagal splits.
Can you?
Yeah.
Can you do the? Show me. Oh no.
Do we have insurance for the show yet?
Don't do
have
it.
We paid for insurance yet on the show?
Oh no! Don't do it, dude.
But I need a sandwich.
Are you? Hold on. Boom, boom, boom.
What's this? What is this? If you haven't gone out to stores and found Invisibeer, the Versus brand beer, keep looking. It's hard to find, but Invisibeer, the Versus brand beer, is in stores now. Invisibeer.
Invisibeer?
That's right.
Okay, dude.
Every local brewer that exists, we are working with and bringing to you Invisibeer.
Okay, we're doing a thing now. We're back. Boy, that was a fun break. Curtis, you back?
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah. So, well, let's see what we had last time we were here. You guys still here in the chat? I didn't lose you.
No, during the P week we gained some viewers. Yeah.
Hell yeah, that's what I'm talking about. 8. All right.
Let's go to another P break real quick.
Yeah.
All right, guys, take it.
So we did karate lessons. So which movie would cheer you up more? That's the big question. Which movie is more of a cheer up movie? Cheer up movie.
I don't know. These are both like pretty cheery movies. I mean, they get heavy at times, but I would go Huckabees is more cheery all the way through. So maybe I'll go Huckabees.
I'm going everything.
Okay.
So I think we're tied just because it makes that movie just is an uplifting movie for me.
It is. Yeah, it is.
And I liked it. I liked it a little more than I Heart Huckabees, even though I that was a delightful movie. Delightful. But would I watch it again, or would I be in a bad mood and say, you know what, I'm gonna watch I Heart Huckabees? Probably not. I'd probably find another movie to watch. I'm not dissing the movie. I'm not saying it was bad. It's just I don't see myself watching that movie anytime soon unless somebody I was with wanted to watch that movie. I could find myself wanting to see Everything Everywhere All at Once again.
Good point. But it does cheer me up a lot whenever Schwartzman sees Jude Law's pain, and he's like, that's my pain. Like he just like he wants to hurt him so bad, and he does, and he's like, it's the same thing, and I didn't like it, so I don't like that he's going through it. Like it, like the empathy there, the sympathy and empathy, like expressed in that film, like really, I've seen it, a good many times, and I don't know, like it just really gets me, like how much it shows that people are interconnected, and then it's like he wants this vengeance. He hates this fucking guy. He does, and then when it turns out like he sees this guy going through that pain, he's like, I don't want him to go through that pain. I don't want anybody to feel the way I feel or felt. He's achieved his goal. He's like, I did it.
Yeah.
But he's like, I don't like it. It's not good because I didn't want it for me. I don't want it for anybody else. I do like that so much. So I'll stick with that. I got.
So we got a draw on there.
Yes.
So we'll just move on to.
We'll leave it tied because I don't think anybody in our chat has seen both of them.
All right. Which one is a better Christmas movie?
I could watch both of these on Christmas, man. And I would say Mark Wahlberg breaks the tie. I would say everything's got the dildo scene.
Is that something you give to people for Christmas?
No, I'm just saying if you're watching it on Christmas,
got a dildo
with the family around, but it's tiny and
you get a dildo, and you also got butt plugs. Don't forget the butt plugs.
Yeah, you got, but yeah, that's true.
That's America's favorite gift right there. Like it's the gift that keeps on giving. When it's it's Christmas time, there's nothing like pulling a butt plug out of your
wonderful time.
Pulling a butt plug out of your stocking.
Yep. You're like, that's a lucky stocking. But Huckabees has a sex scene, and these things shouldn't be weird and taboo. They are. It's not like I show my kids dildo scenes and like, I don't know, like some things that are. It's just so weird to me. Like we were talking about earlier, like on the news with R-rated stuff. Like R things that are R-rated now would have been nothing when we were growing up. Like honest, like Conan the Destroyer is PG. Like he's chopping heads off and this and that, and like it's PG. Like and it's and I wanted to bring this up too. Like so on Resident Evil, it says rated R or mature for language, violence, gore, and smoking. And it's like one of these things is not like the other. Like, okay, violence and gore, that's a whole okay other thing. Like maybe not show your kids violence and gore. Language, we all know that language can be very detrimental to people, like whether you like it or not. Uh, and I'm not just talking about cuss words, but what they say and how they say it. You know, but language can be very detrimental to people. Smoking, I'm a smoker. I don't want my kids to smoke. I want to quit smoking. But is that like people smoke? It's not like it's
Rated R?
weird. That like
Rated
so
R.
I just, but that's like rated R nowadays is like what PG, literally PG was when we were growing up. Then they created the category of PG-13, and then it became that category. And now anything rated R is kind of PG-13 from what we had when we were growing up. Like so, I'm not saying that's right or correct or however. I'm just saying like it's just weird to me. And tangent, sorry. What's our question?
Our question is, which
I'm
one's a better Christmas
I'm a
movie?
violent smoker.
Violent. I'm gonna pull out my. I'm like. Sorry. Oh, whip that thing out again. Okay. Oh boy.
And when he puts it out, he's like, "You dirty motherfucker."
What? So, which one's a better Christmas movie? Pick one of these two.
I have no idea, man.
I'm picking Everything Everywhere All at Once because there's nothing like using your hot dog fingers to pull a butt plug out of your stocking.
Well, you got me there. Okay. Fair enough.
All right. Like, what does that even mean? All right. So,
or wait, maybe Chris Clink, when he says he's a violent smoker, maybe that means that whenever he's smoking meat on the barbecue, he just punches it like Rocky.
Or he
maybe that's what it means.
Waves that meat fork all over the place.
True.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boom. Which one is the best date movie out of these two films?
Which one? Everything Everywhere has the dildos.
Yeah.
And they fight with them.
They fight with dildos. They also have hot dog fingers at one point, and there's a butt plug situation. But we don't want to ruin that. That's yeah. Again, great movie. Which one's a better date movie?
Date movie wise, I'd probably go. I'd probably go Huckabees. To be, well, I don't know, because with everything, like it's the kind of the premise of the movie is that you get together and things are just boring and terrible. And then there's other stuff going on, of course, in the film, but there is a small plot line where both, spoiler alert, characters have a better life when they don't get together. However, they still want to be together. So, and that's, to me, is beautiful. Like that's kind of the crux of the film, but it's very small. But the majority of the movie is like you get together with this person, you're going to have a shitty life, but it's your life. With Huckabees, there's a lot more going on. There's a lot more.
There's shitty relationship there too.
There is, but it ends up in a good relationship. Well, yeah. So I don't know. Like I took my wife to see. We saw Huckabees, and it worked for me. So I'm gonna go Huckabees. she we watched everything together, but we're already married, so that doesn't necessarily count.
Yeah.
But I took her to see Huckabees, and we watched, and it worked.
I am gonna go everything because I had so much fun in that movie, and there's so much there's scenes where you're just laughing. The scenes with the rocks where it's like you couldn't like we're not spoiling anything by being vague. If I thought the movie couldn't get any more ridiculous and fun, and then that it gets to that, we're like, really, dude?
It does.
Like, and the whole theater, like you saw it at home, but the entire theater was snickering during that part. You know what I mean? And it turned into one of those theater events where the whole theater is like having fun during this movie, like the whole room.
And apparently, oh, sorry.
It just like Captain America picking up Thor's hammer, or on your left, where the whole theater is like, yeah, like the whole theater was celebrating this movie and laughing at all the scenes and having a really good time. And I feel like if I was to take my date to the Alamo Drafthouse and watch that at least the showing that I was in was so much fun. Everybody had a blast. I think we would have a great time, and it would have been a really fun date. And I might have even gotten a second date. Go ahead.
Oh. No, I was just gonna say. Apparently, due to the trivia, that was I think it was Michelle Yao's insistence that it be subtitled with the rocks. That she was like, no, it doesn't make sense for the rocks to talk. Like, and she was like, no, or maybe I watched some of the special features on the DVD. She was like, no, that doesn't make sense. And like, so they did it all subtitled, and it really worked. And but
It
it wasn't like
works.
it wasn't it wasn't the director's first choice. They were gonna have them talk back and forth, and she was like, no, like so. That's a very good point. Your date's definitely gonna have fun during everything. But I gotta go with what I know. Yeah,
All right, so we're gonna call that one a draw.
Huckabees worked. Yeah,
yeah, Huckabees worked. All right, so this one's easy.
She's mine. I own her. I'm gonna get beat up for that.
Who had the best stunts and fight choreography? That's an easy one.
That's a tough one. Imagine getting hit in the face with a hippity hop.
I don't even know what a hippity hop is.
The little ball with a handle on it.
I gotcha.
Repeatedly in the face when you got a big ass nose, like Schwartzman. Not to be offensive, he just has a big nose, but with a hippity hop.
Yep,
no,
everything.
Everything.
Yep.
Everything.
Yep, everything. Quit being offensive. All right, let's see. This is where the ass kicking is commences right here.
It's coming. Oh snap! No. Oh no. I don't know. Huckabees, you got it. Come on, Huckabees.
Get ready, bitches. All right. Which movie made you hungrier? Which movie made you hungry?
So the bagel, or
Curtis, you just became transparent all of a sudden. Did you turn a light off or something?
I didn't do anything. I'm sitting here. I am transparent.
That's freaking weird.
Hey, look at him back.
There he comes. That's super weird. Wow.
Bagel or oh my god. Bagel or what do they feed Dad for breakfast? Some noodles? Go with the bagel. Bagel with everything on it. With everything, like a bagel with bacon. Sounds pretty good. Everything.
All at once?
Yep. want that bagel with everything. A bagel with everything. I take a bite of the bagel and I eat your dreams and your
Okay,
soul and your.
so yeah, Larry's in the house. What the hell are we talking about? So check it out. We're watching. We're talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once versus I Heart Huckabees, and which movie made you hungrier?
Yeah, Larry, Johnny Come Lately. Come on, get on the
There
ball here,
was
buddy.
there was a point where they were making food for the party. Remember that? And everything.
Yeah, but it was a bunch of noodles. I'm not a noodle fan. Like I'll eat noodles, but like, what's the point? Like,
But there was a bagel also, right? Is that
I'm sure there was a bagel. Yeah, yeah.
the bagel? Wasn't that the? So which one do you pick?
I'm picking everything because of the bagel. Because the bagel was the killing device.
So what the
was
hell
the
are
bagel
y'all
with
talking
everything.
about? All right, everything wins on this one.
I'm sure Larry's caught up by now. Larry's
right.
fine.
Okay, Larry. All right, Larry. I'm glad you're joining us there, Larry. Let's see here. Okay, so which
Which
so many questions. Here, I'm gonna which movie would Ethan Hawke prefer?
Oh, I don't know. Shall we ask him?
What are you talking about? What do you?
So
What I prefer syrup.
Ethan, we're talking about Everything Everywhere All at Once versus I Heart Huckabees.
Yeah,
Which movie would you prefer?
I like them both. They would have been better if I was in them.
Agreed, sir.
Yeah.
But what's the winner?
Predator's the winner. I think Predator or Gattaca or Moon Knight.
Okay, so okay, let's break it down. Let's go step by step.
Yeah.
What did you not like about Everything Everywhere All at Once?
Where was Uma Thurman? They didn't have Uma Thurman.
All right. So what did you like about Everything Everywhere All at Once?
I like karate.
Okay, Huckabees. What did you dislike about No, what did you dislike about I Heart Huckabees?
I don't like Dustin Hoffman.
What? Okay, what did you like about I Heart Huckabees?
I didn't like Dustin Hoffman. Everybody says he's such a good actor. Whatever. Why didn't they put me in I Heart Huckabees? I could have been in that movie. I could play a detective.
Yes, you very well could have, sir.
Yep.
Thank you so much for being on our show. It's always a treat to have you on.
So, do you want to know which movie I like better?
That's why we asked you here.
Gattaca! Wow, that was weird.
Weird is a good way to put it.
That was real weird. It's always fun when Ethan Hawke shows up, but man, that was really weird.
I mean, I appreciate and respect him, but his commentary is not the best.
Yeah, that was weird. I hope that Ethan Hawke doesn't watch that tomorrow and comment. Well, let's see here. Well, let's see. Which?
Okay, so Ethan Hawke, what did he? Well, Gattaca.
Which movie? Oh, we didn't get a point for that though.
EFG.
Hold on.
HI.
Which movie would he didn't pick one, so we can't give a point for that. But
so I guess it's tied up.
So which movie do
All
you
right.
think holds up better in 20 years? Which one do you think is gonna hold up better?
I don't know, honestly. So okay, so this is a good one. I see again. So Huckabees was not a hit. Thank goodness, and I'm glad that everything was a hit, and it was a fairly independent movie. I mean, $25 million, shit. That's very. I mean, like that's an
Yeah.
independent movie. Uh, uh, Nowadays, like, and it hit, and I'm very glad. Um, Hopefully, the sequel has Ethan in it. But I hope that, or I'm sorry, everything hit and it was a success
What
out of the
what
box
the
office.
hell are you guys talking about? Come on, man.
You flustered me, man. I'm
What are
sorry.
you
I didn't
talking
mean.
about? Damn
I
it.
just I was we got done talking and then Clink brought up our conversation and like I got flustered. You
You know
like
why
can't
I'm
stop
so
thinking of
damn great? Because I don't save enough to swim back. You just got to swim out. You're not swimming back.
can't can't
Pyah! All right.
I can't get him out of my head.
So,
Uh, so
uh,
everything hit quick. Huckabees was an under the radar film, and it's gaining cult status. Uh, there's probably going to be 10 more multiverse movies. I think within the amount of time, Huckabees will still stand up. I think that everything will still be a very good movie. Uh, Shit, I don't know. It's weird enough. It might
in
still stand
20
up. Like
years, do you think we're going to be all
that's what I'm.
multiversed out? Because multiverse, like, we got multiverse Star Wars, we got multiverse Star Trek, we got multiverse DC Marvel. So do you think we're going to be like, oh, God, this is a multiverse
I
movie
think. I
from the
think to a
from the
degree.
from the
To a
20s?
degree, yeah.
Yeah.
To a degree, yeah. And like Huckabees discusses like multiverse, but not specifically. Like I like, but I don't know, man. Fuck shit. Everything is weird enough to be like a cult classic movie and a. I'm gonna go Huckabees because it's down. Huckabees.
I'm going to go everything. So we're going to, that's a tie.
Larry, you seen either one of these movies? You want to jump in on this and help us out? Riley, hey, welcome, Riley.
Yeah. Boom. Todd bit your foot, and Larry's having fun, which is good news. All right. Okay, let's see what this one is. Boom. Who had the more tragic life? Which is a question actually from another movie. This is a callback from The King versus Queen when we did Elvis versus Bohemian Rhapsody, but it's an interesting question because both have a tragic situation going on.
Blah, blah, blah. If your daughter's destroying the universe, that's a pretty tragic life.
Yeah,
Everything.
I'm gonna pick that one. I think nobody listening to your poem is not that substantial.
Yeah.
But you could argue
way
that
to go, Brad Stans.
Yeah.
Way to go, Jude Law.
You could argue that Naomi
Build
Watts,
your fucking malls, Clint.
Naomi Watts wanting to be taken seriously, not looked at as a sex symbol, and when she dresses modestly, nobody pays attention to her, and she gets replaced, and then she has to go back. I don't know, but she ends up with Mark Wahlberg.
Yeah.
She ends up feeling the vibration later. So I think, come on, feel it. I'm gonna say that everything has a more tragic life, so they get the point.
Yes.
You agree on that one?
I concur.
I debunked my own argument. I was thinking, man, Naomi Watts had it tough. Then she ended up with Mark Wahlberg. It wasn't that bad. She upgraded from Jude Law to Mark Wahlberg. Mark Wahlberg, you know, he's still doing Transformers sequels and
Yeah. I mean, he's like 82 now, right?
82, still has a full head of hair, still buff. He's doing good.
Yeah.
Okay. How about this? Who had the better villain?
So the villain in both of them was emptiness, nihilism, nothingness. That was the villain in both of them. So who portrayed it better?
Everything.
Like
Jude Law
probably.
just played your average douchebag,
No,
trying to
but
get along.
so everyness, or everything portrayed it at on more of a cosmic level of like you could see this like a black hole of emptiness and whatever. But
Speaking
on a
of
more on
black holes, Larry's out of here. Larry, have a good night, man. Go ahead, Curtis.
no, I thought you were. I was waiting. I thought you were going to do. Speaking of black holes, and then show the Van Damme clip.
Oh,
But
oh man, I wish
you're
I'd have thought of that one.
you're not doing it tonight. You said you're not doing it.
We're not doing that.
That's what people come to see now, Clint.
Yeah.
That's what people.
So
they portrayed it as a more prevalent threat in everything. You know, nihilism, emptiness. Oh my god,
Pia! Pia!
that
Pia!
that's everything
Pia!
everywhere all at once.
That was everything everywhere all at once. Okay, go ahead, Curtis.
So they portrayed emptiness and nihilism better in everywhere. They portrayed it better, but on a human level, when we're trying to understand these concepts, like when you've got guys like trying to figure out like and that's the easy choice and honestly in everything they kind of not parroted but they jumped off the back of or it's just easier like Joy, the younger daughter, picks nihilism, emptiness, nothingness as her first choice because it is easier. Oh man, the bagel was just a better villain. You're right. Yeah, it was just a better villain overall. Because Katarina, the Empress of Emptiness, ends up joining at the end. Spoiler alert.
Well, there's not really a villain in
Well,
I Heart
that's
Huckabees. Everybody's just kind of bumbling around. The only villain ends up
But-
ends up like wounded at the end, and then like Jason Schwartzman feels sorry for him, and it's almost like he's not the villain. He almost turns into the victim of his own shenanigans. You know what I mean?
But that's what I mean. Like in both movies, the villain is nihilism. It's emptiness. It's destructionism. It's that's like it's an idea as opposed to a person. It's like it's not even a. It's just the way of thinking, and Katarina espouses that way of thinking, as opposed to the other the existential detectives.
So she's more of a hero than anything, right?
Well, that's what I mean. By the end, like they end up working together. So like, yeah.
So I would say
So
the hero
everything.
The hero is
Yeah, that bagel right there, baby.
All right. Oh boy, let's find that points screen.
I didn't know Jesus Christ was the OG Predator.
Dude, we're running out of room for clocks here, man. Look at everything, just cleaning house. Okay. Now here's a fun one. Which made your butt pucker more? Which one made your butt pucker more?
You go first on this one.
What?
I just said you go first on this one.
I would say, "Pah!" uh, I mean, there's a pretty serious butt plug in everything, so I'm gonna pick everything.
And Bobby says Sam Elliott, so I agree with Bobby.
Oh boy.
Yeah, and it's not even the butt plug; it's the
The hot dog
other
fingers?
whatever other trophy that guy jumped on. Like, because
If you haven't seen it, you don't know what we're talking about.
yeah,
So you need to
like,
just go watch the damn movie because it's freaking hilarious. All right.
Clink says, "I like that Sam Elliott was an answer." Ding ding.
Me
Yeah.
too. Let's ring the Sam Elliott alarm. Clint,
In
that's
case
just
you
the
don't
regular.
know, Sam Elliott is always an answer.
Boom. All right. So, okay, here's one.
Okay.
If you're on a flight and they only had one movie, which would you pick? This is easy for me.
Damn. I mean, probably everything. Yeah.
Everything?
Probably,
Everything.
yeah.
If I was on a flight, I would watch Moon Knight. Maybe
Yeah,
a little
but
bit of Before Sunrise. I'd watch it Before Sunrise.
But Moon Knight didn't have Moon Knight in it.
Yep.
Like, so why would you watch Moon Knight if it doesn't have Moon Knight?
Yep. I'd watch some Roadhouse, Mr. Clink.
If they remake Roadhouse, should Sir Ethan Hawke, should you play Sam Elliott's character,
Yep.
or should you play Swayze's character?
I should play Sam Elliott's character, and Sam Elliott should play Swayze's character.
Fair
I
enough.
say, hey, mijo, let's drink some beer. Pow! Hey, mijo. And he'll be like, don't call me mijo. Let's have some beef. It's what's for dinner. Yeah.
And if I say, "Where's the beef?" what do you say?
You know. This just got weird. Dude, that just got weird. I don't know what's going on. So, on the flight, I guess, did we get the points for that?
I don't know. It's everything. So
I mean, I
just keep rolling.
think we're at a point now that I think everything, everything, everywhere, all at once. Everything, everywhere, all at once is the champ.
Where's your new questions?
Yeah! We got a winner! You want a new question? Here, I got one. Bonus round.
Ding, 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 baby.
Which movie did you relate to more? This is a good question. Which one did you relate to more? We got some new questions. I'm trying to get some new questions. Wish I had a little more time. I should have just left the show at 9:00, and then I would have had all the time in the world.
I wish it was a little bit taller.
I wish I had $1.
I wish it was a baller. I wish I had a girl with a phone. I would call her. I relate. That's the lyric. Yeah, buzz me because that's the lyric. I relate to Huckabees more. It's hard. I'm not an Asian laundry lady, but I do understand him going into this to save things and then wanting to be productive and then it not working out. Going in and teaching, it's like, yeah, I want to save some kids. I want to help kids, blah, blah. And it's like, no, it's not like that. It's an assembly line. Just move them along. Just keep them fucking moving. Nobody cares. Like, so that's not me saying that. That's, in my opinion, the education system. So I relate to Huckabees more.
I don't relate to either one of these movies. So, no, Curtis does not have sound effects. I'm the guy running the show over here, so I'm the one with all the sound.
I have all kind of sound effects.
Yeah.
Shaka waka.
You got a.
No, but I do have pew 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 pew. That's right. It's
Tell a
not
joke.
fair. Tell a joke?
Yeah.
Clint Baker.
I got some stuff like oh boy. What do you call it when Gore the God Butcher skips church?
What do you
Christian
call it?
Bale.
Hey-o!
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Yep.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Now,
I used to say Batman skips church, but I modernized the joke.
Now, we did have a comment earlier about Wonder Woman. So here's a joke. If you're offended, I'm sorry. So Superman's flying around. He's like, yeah, I know. I'm Superman. I can do whatever I want to do. I can, fly to the sun. I can do whatever. You're like, I'm Superman. I can do whatever. When he's flying around, he's like, I'm bored. Oh God, I'm bored.
No.
And so he's flying around, and he sees Wonder Woman sunbathing naked on the roof of her hotel. He's like, you know what? I'm Superman. I can fly down there.
Oh
and give me some.
Let's. Should you tell this joke?
It's a joke.
I know. Okay.
He's like, I can fly down there and get me some, and she won't even know I'm there. Basically rape. Sorry, Mike. And so he's like, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And so he flies down there. Bam! It's done. And he's up back in the air. He's like, oh, that was amazing. And Superman's a rapist. Sorry. But then it cuts back to Wonder Woman, and she goes, what the hell was that? And then the Invisible Man says, I don't know, but it hurt like hell.
Oh, that's a good one. And then the Invisible Man said, oh, that's funny. I was like, where's this joke going? I don't like this. All right. Well, it looks like we have a winner, man. We've talked about villains and karate lessons and acting and butt plugs and everything. And that makes and I think we decided that's everything. And Everything Everywhere All at Once is the champion Guys, do me a favor.
And
If there's an Amber Alert, be sure to subscribe. All right. Curtis, you didn't go missing, did you?
no, but there's a no.
They're like Ethan Hawke is on the loose in the neighborhood in Houston somewhere. Well, guys, if you have any ideas of shows that you want to do next week,
Local girl missing. Assailant looks like they say Ethan Hawke.
oh no,
Did you take that girl?
nope. And I'm not talking about the movie. Nope.
What do you like? What do you hear? Like you just keep what are you doing? You take the girl like
What?
your lips are thoroughly licked.
Nope.
Let's go. Spit it out. What do you got to say?
Oh man, boy, that just got weird.
Yeah,
That just got real weird.
Real him, man.
Well, shit, man. I think it's time to go. We're having a great time with you guys. It's been a fun night. We just hit an hour and 58 minutes, and I think by 2 hours we need to be off the air. So I just want to thank you guys for hanging out with us every Friday. And oh boy, super fun. I like that.
Thank you, man.
That's when Superman flies down onto the Invisible Man. We call that super fun. You are family now. Family. We have fun doing this every week. We appreciate you guys tuning in every week. And
you really do.
Yeah. What are we doing for next week, Curtis?
I don't know. So we were gonna do a Western movie, or we had recently talked about
We just talked about something.
Jordan Peele movies. Get Out versus Us, and then maybe talk about Nope.
Hey, do you want to do a John Carpenter movie versus Get Out? Since there was a Twitter drama where somebody's like, dude, Jordan Peele's the GOAT, and Jordan Peele was like, whoa, don't be blaspheming against John Carpenter. Why don't we do Get Out, which I hear is the superior movie between us and Get, unless you want to go see
I'm probably gonna go see Nope, but I don't know if everybody, all of our watchers will.
Let's do Get Out. A lot of people have seen Get Out,
yeah.
so let's do Get Out. And I haven't seen that yet. I want to see another Jordan Peele movie.
It's spectacular.
Yeah, so we'll do that. And you're very familiar with the John Carpenter movies. What do you think would go good against that? We did Tremors.
John Carpenter versus Get Out is a lot of
more like suspense horror.
So Get Out is a lot about, there are so many good John Carpenter movies, but we could do Get Out versus They Live, because They Live is a lot about lies to you, and Get Out is a lot about lies to you. Not to spoil anything at all, but have you seen They Live?
They Live isn't that Sam Raimi?
No, that's Carpenter.
Oh, They Live. You're talking about, it's John Carpenter with Roddy Piper's in it.
Yeah,
it's the longest fight scene ever in the history of cinema. Did you know that?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I didn't necessarily know that fact.
No, that's got the world record. Let's do that. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, it's straight up about like lying to you and false reality and stuff like that. And Get Out is, I'm not saying it's parody, but it's along those lines. I mean, off the top of my head. I mean, but that might be good.
Well, let's tentatively go with that unless we decide or somebody messages us that there is another movie that would go better. I think that's for now that's good.
Yeah. If you haven't seen They Live, go watch They Live. Just regardless. And if you haven't seen Get Out, go watch Get Out.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. I'm excited.
Oh man, you're so lucky. It's so good. And yeah.
Do you guys like that one? Like it? Get Out versus They Live?
Yeah, all right. Bobby says yes.
Yeah, it's looking good. Looking good.
Love Rowdy Piper. Everybody does.
Yeah,
I'm here to kick ass and chew bubblegum.
And I'm
all out of bubblegum.
Hell yeah. Both make a warning. Yeah. Get Out, They Live. I think that's an excellent idea.
But Ethan, you're not in either of those movies.
Yeah, but that's weird.
That fucking guy.
I don't know why Ethan Hawke turned into Howard Dean. It's really weird.
you know, I mean, same generation, maybe. I don't. Yeah, and he can't do it.
Yeah, that just got weird too. All right. Well, it looks like we found our topics for next week. Again, the champion this week. Everything, everywhere, all at once. Go check it out. If you're lucky enough to find it in an old theater that's still showing it, go check it out. If not, it's available on streaming, and you should check it out because it's just a great ride. I think it's like $4.99 or $5.99 on Amazon, and I'm sure it'll be cheaper and probably streaming somewhere soon. Guys, if you haven't yet, subscribe. Hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. We appreciate you checking us out, hanging out with us every Friday. And before I hit the outro video button, Curtis, what do you got? You got anything to say?
I was say if you're waiting for everything to go streaming, like I said, Huckabees is streaming on HBO Max. Check it. Like we're not. It's not a better than or like this is just like these are both damn good movies. Check them both out. Like these are just very good movies, and we're comparing them, having fun, and we're so glad you guys are having fun with us. Just very good movies. Check them both out. Like it's gonna be worth your time. We'll tell you if it's not worth your time. Like I promise.
And most of all, like check out Bakertown. That's Curtis's YouTube channel. He's got some fun videos there. Go through and check out some of the videos that I put up that aren't live streams. I put a lot of work into some of the stuff that we throw up on here. I put a lot of work into all the stuff I put up on here. But we got shorter videos too. They're not all 2-hour live streams. So, and then most of all,
I don't know what's going to replace that.